Hey, mutable signs. What's up, y'all? Happy motherfucking Monday or whenever you find these. How y'all liking my new glasses? I'm still trying to adjust to the fucking yellow. But, yeah, didn't realize the blue light technology was gonna make the lenses yellow. But anyway, I can fucking see a fucking mile away, so that's the benefit of these glasses. So, anyways, I feel like Jeff Goldblum. The actor, if you don't know who he is, you can look him up. I just feel very kind of like masculine and studious. Hey, computer geeky, why not? Okay, so this is gonna cover mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, May 17th through the 23rd, 2021, or whenever you find these. Please hit that like button, y'all. It helps my channel grow, as well as leaving a comment. You can just leave a heart if you're in a hurry. Subscribing, of course. And sharing is super duper helpful. Links are down below in the description box to my email as well as Instagram. I am doing the 2121 readings again. So those readings are $21.21. They're 10 minutes long. They're one question each. So if you would like to inquire about those, you can either shoot me an email or hit me up in my DMs on Instagram. Okay, so let's motherfucking get into these. We're going to start with the tea leaf cards this week. Gemini, Virgo, Sag and Pisces. 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 Alright, let's see what's going on here. Sometimes my dog be looking at me like, bitch, who are you talking to? Like, is my dog judging me? Sometimes that's how I feel. She's judging me. So many cool cards in this deck. But I just wish they made it in rectangular sizes. I saw a card I've never seen before. I was like, ooh, that's an interesting card. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's see. Let's take these three. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I forgot how many I pulled. 5 maybe? Let's do 2 more. Okay. Right. Okay, and then we'll check the bottom of the deck, of course. Sorry. Okay, what do we have here? What do we have here? Wow. What do we have here? Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Y'all motherfuckers, something cool is happening here. And the reason I love this deck is because it's literally got, look, I don't know where the book is. I always have trouble finding the book. I gotta find the book. But this deck must have over 100 cards is what it feels like, right? And so there really is everything in this deck. This is why I love this deck, because it really is hella diverse. But you got clearly a spread that shows you're fucking busting ass. You've been very focused, or they're telling you to focus. There's karma happening here. So the attention and the focus that you put and the discipline that you put into some endeavor is really going to pay off for you. And while you're working, I don't know if you work for somebody else or you work for yourself, but the work that you're doing is going to draw the attention of somebody, okay? Maybe perhaps you'll start seeing this kind of come into fruition around December. Somebody really is thinking about you. You got compliments from an admirer, and you also got you are highly thought of. These are two completely different cards. So it does feel like the work that you're putting in. You okay, sis? I know it's a bath today. Yeah. I love it when you talk to dogs. You talk to them, they just look at you, and then they blink. You know, it's like their way of like being like, okay, bitch, like responding. Don't look at me that way. Side eye. So you really are being thought of. And the work that you put in, the discipline that you put in, like I said, is going to pay off. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. And your last card is a goal-oriented person. Like, you're really on target. If some of you guys are like, hell no, that ain't me, it's because they're trying to get you on track. But it does feel like that your efforts are going to reap incredible rewards. On the top of the deck here, just because I can see it, and why not? You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So if that's how you're feeling, then they're wanting you to keep going. They're really wanting to inspire you, because what you're doing now, even though you may not feel like you're at where you're supposed to be, you are doing some of the nitty-gritty tasks, the day-to-day mundane stuff that's important for us to really achieve our goals. So sometimes the time when it's really hardest for us to see that we're making any progress is a time when things feel very stable and steady and constant, right? Kind of boring, kind of monotonous sometimes, right? So for this particular spread, it does feel like you're having some of you are maybe having trouble seeing what's going on, but there really is some, like I said, groundwork and foundations being laid. Crazy. You guys, something cool is going to happen. So watch out for December. You guys got good news. I saw this when I was pulling them back together, and I thought, oh man, and it like disappeared too quickly. I wanted to see what it was. I was like, I thought there was something in his ear, so I wasn't sure like what this is about. But they're wanting you to be paying attention to the signs, because good news is coming in. Ear for me is representative of intuition, because it's located, you know, by your third eye, right? So it's part of your third eye. Sometimes your fifth chakra as well, your throat chakra. So these are both the ears connected to both, but more so the third eye. So it always makes me think of intuition, right? So are we listening? Are we paying attention to the signs, right? So that's what that makes me think of as well. So good stuff is happening for you guys. Let's go ahead and pull a couple cards from my new deck. New deck alert. New deck. Fucking nerd. All right, mutable signs, please. Did that turn over? If it turned over, I'm going to take it. If it didn't, I'm not going to take it. Yeah, I don't think it turned over. All right, let's keep going. Imagination, number 45, and on the bottom of the deck we have manipulation. All right, so there may be some things going on beneath the surface too. Just make sure you're being honest, forthcoming, forthright, but also the people you're working with. The first card that you guys got out here in the tea leaf cards is desk. Pay attention to your work. So there may be kind of an implication of just be mindful of like what's going on around you while you're working and things like that. Whether it's you or somebody else, okay? Let's look at imagination, number 45, imagination. I always say to use your imagination because it helps you manifest, right? Getting into the feeling and the essence of what you're really trying to manifest. Allow your creative spirit to take flight and roam to wonderful imaginary places. Creativity begins with your imagination, which leads to inspiration, okay? So they're really wanting you to enjoy. I remember to do this most as I'm falling asleep. I'm like, how do I want to fall asleep? What kind of mood do I want to fall asleep in? And so I close my eyes and I envision either people that I love or things I want to achieve, situations that I want to draw into my life. And really get into, like, I see, you know, I'm not going to tell you what I'll be imagining, you know what I'm saying, but I have this vision and it's very vivid. I can feel myself in there and I can smell, I can smell certain rooms in this place, and I look out the window and I can see these trees that I would love to have there. And, you know, so really getting into that space of your imagination in order to help manifest. Then you guys get number 16, which was on the bottom of the deck, manipulation. Use skill and wisdom to manipulate situations positively. Okay, so this is more positive than I would have taken it. Let's look at the picture more closely. So the first line is use skills and wisdom to manipulate situations positively. Right? So it feels like almost she's doing some imagination or visualization work in order to manifest some things. Like she's got some books behind her with an owl. She's being kind of imaginative and creative. When anger, lies, and selfishness come into play, it's a negatively forceful way to gain the upper hand. So when anger, lies, and selfishness come into play, then manipulation is no bueno. But when we're using our skill and our wisdom and our sense of grounding in order to kind of help things play out in our favor, that's something else, okay? If you find yourself being manipulated negatively, understand that the person using this force is controlled by fear and not love. The best way to defeat it is by walking away. If that's not an option, keep your wits about you while looking for an avenue of escape. Remember, you can't talk sense in a crazy. Woof. This reminds me of my fucking ex, but I was like, I can't get out of this right away. It's going to be a situation I'm going to have to plot. I'm going to have to plot to get out of this situation. So it took some time, right? And so it took a lot of, I really learned how to be very calculated and very slow and patient. And I learned how to hold a lot, which in some ways was kind of traumatic, and it took me a long time to kind of recover from that, because I was living in in a very intense atmosphere where I was always holding it, always holding space for the both of us, since he could not keep his shit together. So I was the one that had to hold it, right? I had kids watching me, so I had to be able to hold it together all the time, and it was very, very stressful. After he moved out, I fell apart for a long time, and now I pull myself back together, and I'm good to go. And you know, there's healing is always happening, but they're wanting you to use that type of manipulation. I had to manipulate my way out of that situation in some regard. And what I mean by that is it wasn't something I could just dip out of. It wasn't something I could just cut off and it be a straight shot, right? Especially in a work environment. If that's your job, that's your source of income, you got to hold the space for a little bit and be plotting on what's your next move, trying to get out of there. Okay, so that was an interesting card. Let's go ahead and pull you 5 tarot cards. You have the sweetest face I've ever seen. The stretch feels so good on my neck and my shoulders. Yikes! One upright card. So we definitely see a situation. So if the first part of the reading, it's possible that it was so positive and bright to help you kind of like realize like, okay, you do have you do have good things coming if we can see it that way, and if we can use our resources to maneuver in such a way to help us, okay? It does feel like some of you have been kind of plowing away or chugging away, or really putting time into something that you don't feel has actually been all that worthwhile in some ways. You've been using some tactic or some way of it's almost like doing the work, working every day, clocking in and out, but with absolutely no sense of fulfillment, like absolutely none. Feeling like a bottomless pit, feeling like it'll never end, and not really seeing a way out of it, okay? Feeling stuck, okay? And the key for this reading for me is water, okay? The key for me for this reading is remembering that you are more liquid flow water than what you think you are, okay? That the universe is actually meant to flow and to move, okay? And so if you feel really stuck in some situation that is hard to get out of, that the possibilities are actually limitless, right? And part of getting into that energy is trying new things, right? If you feel urged to go this way, go that way that day, even though it might be different than how you normally go. The center card is Six of Swords reverse, right? So this is a boat on the water, okay, but it's reversed. So the boat can't go anywhere. It wants to go so badly. This boat wants to move so badly. Its whole urge and drive in life is to move because it's on water. That is the essence of the boat, is that it is moved by water. But it can't go anywhere right now because it's reversed. So it does feel like there's an intense inner stirring for some of you guys that you're aware of. That, if harnessed correctly, what is that? If harnessed, if listened to, if appreciated, you would really be going big places, okay? So this is Karma's course, the Chariot, okay? It's also the card of Cancer, why I'm like water. On the bottom of the deck, you also have Queen of Cups, reminding you of how powerful you actually are, of how abundant you actually are, and you're really truly able to move and flow wherever you would like. But you're kind of stuck in your own way. You feel like there's no other way. Okay, the last card out is the Hermit reversed. So your first two cards are Pentacles, Earth sign, and your last card is the Hermit, Virgo, which is also Earth sign. They're all reversed. So we see a very like stuck in the mud situation, a very, very much a situation that feels like very stubborn, very almost like a somebody who's very logical and who has been trying to think their way out of a situation, that has maybe you've grown up in such a way where you've always been told that this is the path, right? We get our 9 to 5 or what have you, and that's the only way of doing things, okay? And a very much sense of like lack of ability to be in touch with your intuition, like really hard time, like just being able to kind of go with the flow, right? Some of the most prominent cards here in this spread are water sign cards. Look, peeking underneath the bottom, I just happen to see what's underneath the Queen of Cups, and it's the Death card. So something's definitely coming to an ending. Not only that, but this is a card ruled by Scorpio, which is another water sign card. So if you're fucking tired, it's time to let something go. All right? Well, damn, bitch. All right, y'all. Happy motherfucking Monday, or whenever you find these. I love you guys. Please remember to like my shit. Message me if you'd like to tap in for the 21/21 readings, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.